Hi everyone. I trust you are doing great today. So actually, this is still a continuation of my 10 days Go Life challenge. It has not been very easy to get the coaches online. They are very powerful people and they are very busy as well. So, but today we would have the privilege of having with us Mrs. Precious Esonu. She's one of the global online business owners, and she's doing a great work in her business. She has made a lot of impact. She was formerly a nurse before she started her online business. But I wouldn't want to preempt you, so I will just bring her on board and then she can tell you more about herself. Okay, so please welcome with me, Mrs. Precious Esonu. Good evening, madam. Welcome on board. I'm so happy
You.
to finally have you on board.
Welcome. You're
It's a
so
rare
much.
privilege to have you, ma. Please, can you introduce yourself to the audience, ma?
Okay, so good morning, everybody from Toronto. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching us from. My name is Precious Esono. I'm originally a Nigerian. I live in Canada with my husband and my three children. And a nurse by profession, but right now a full-time digital business owner. I work
Wow.
from my home. I am the boss of my own now.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a little bit about me. By the time we get into the session, you'll get to know more of me. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Thank you very much for that very brief introduction, ma. I really appreciate. Okay, so I'll just be asking a couple of questions, and then our audience can get to learn one or two things about the business, and then how they can also get on board. So the first question I would like to ask is this: what were your pains and struggles before starting the online business?
Okay. So before I start off, I'll first of all let you guys know that I have been in this business for 3 years now, and to God be the glory. It has been a very beautiful one. It has been the best decision ever that I made 3 years
Wow,
ago. So
wow,
I came to Canada in 2016. I studied nursing in Nigeria. So when I came down here, I was thinking that to get my license to practice here would be very easy for me. So when I
mm,
got here, it didn't go like I planned. It didn't go like everything how I thought. There was a lot of procedures. They said I have to go back to school and all of that.
wow,
But then everything wasn't just going as planned. So that was how I spent 4 years at home, um, doing nothing, just
oh, yeah,
having my kids and taking care of them on my own. That was what I was doing, just a regular stay-at-home mom.
wow,
And my husband was the only one doing something at that time, just to make ends meet. And it was beginning to turn on him. He started
mm,
complaining of his health and all of that. So I decided that okay, it's time for me to go look for something to do. In fact, my husband said it's time for me to look for something to do, no matter how small, to
yeah,
help him out and all of that, because he was doing two jobs at that time.
wow,
And again, back home in my country, I am the first child in my family. Everybody's depending on me. Everybody's looking up to me and all of that. So because I wasn't working, I was just a regular stay-at-home mom. I didn't have any income. I couldn't help my mom. I couldn't send money to her. I couldn't do anything for any of my siblings. The whole thing was breaking my heart. I was like,
wow,
no, this is too much for me. This is just too much. So I saw myself getting depressed,
mm,
until one day I came across the advert that I saw where they were discussing about this business, and
wow,
I took interest right away. I went in, I checked it out, and everything sounded like me. Everything sounded like this is what I've been looking for, right? I just took action, and that was it. So the pain was that the fact that I couldn't help my family back home was
mm,
breaking me. And again, my husband too was the only one suffering, and his health was going down. So that was so much on us. So that pushed me to go for this business, and that was it.
wow. It's so beautiful to learn about all of this from you, madam. And the fact that you took action, I think I love that
Yes.
part also. Okay, so I'll just be going to the next question.
Okay.
So, why did you decide to have an online business?
Yes. So I decided to have an online business because right from time I've always wanted to be the boss of my own.
Mm,
I've always been this person that likes to have my own stuff. I like to have my own business. I don't want to work for anybody. I just want to be the boss of my own. So,
mm,
even before I went into nursing, I was already doing businesses, so many businesses back home in Nigeria and all of that.
Wow.
So I have that business, entrepreneur mindset,
Mm,
So
mm,
when I
mm.
saw this business, I was like, oh, this is something I can actually run from the comfort of my home, right? I don't have
Yes.
to work for anybody. This is me doing my stuff, building my own dreams.
Mm.
And I went for it because that has been my wish from day one. So that I can
Wow.
have time for my kids. I have time for, look after them on my own. They say we're the best mentor and coach for them. You watch your kids grow into amazing human beings. You don't have to be spending on daycares anymore and all of that. So that was really what made me to start an online business because I was already doing that. And I said, okay, I enjoy doing this. I want to continue doing it. So I
Wow.
went for the business, and ever since then, since I came to Canada, I've never worked for one day. I've
Wow.
never worked. I do not have any working experience. So just
Wow.
from a regular stay-at-home mom, I became an entrepreneur. I became a business owner
Wow.
of my own,
Wow.
and that is it.
Wow. So lovely. So lovely to
Mhm.
hear. And the good thing that I also pick from that is that the fact that you can do this business from your home and
Yes,
then you being a boss of your own, not being under
yes,
anybody is really key.
yeah.
Because like I always tell people, until you have time and money together at the same time, you are not yet free. So
Mm.
yes. So I'll just go to the next question, madam. Thank you
All
so much.
right.
So the next question is this: what is the biggest result or change that has happened since you started your online business? At least
Okay.
you've been doing it for some years now.
Yes. So the biggest result is the fact that I have a flexible business that's allowed me to stay home for 3 years now,
Wow.
earning, making huge income from the comfort of my home. That is the biggest result that ever happened. you
Wow.
know, the fact that I don't step out of my house, I don't wake up to alarm clock, I don't work for
Ah,
anybody, I don't
mm,
have to take excuse from any boss before I go on a vacation. I don't
mm.
have to, if I want to go anywhere right now, I pack up my bags and I move. I don't,
Wow.
nobody is stopping me, right? That is
Yeah.
the biggest thing that's ever happened to me. It's not just all about the money and all of that, but the
Mm,
time freedom, the flexibility is amazing. This is
mm,
something that
mm.
I've always wished for. You
Wow.
can imagine somebody staying in your home and income is just coming in,
Coming in.
money is
Mm.
just coming in while you're at home. So that
Wow.
is one big thing for me. Another thing is the financial freedom as well. God has blessed me so much that I have been able to support my husband in several ways. I have been able to help my family back home. you
Wow.
know I've helped my family. Oh my goodness, six of my cousins, I had to start a businesses for all of them this
Wow.
year.
Wow.
My sister that just relocated, I was part of it. I was part of the sponsor too that took her out of Nigeria and all
Wow.
of that. I
Wow.
so many, short, I've done a lot. I have
Wow.
bought things that on a normal day I never thought that I would be able to afford,
Oh
you
my.
know. So God has really, really done it for me. In fact, this business has changed my story. That's just it.
Mm, mm,
Has
mm.
changed my life.
Wow.
Has changed
Wow.
my
So
life
in the
so
space
much.
of 3 years, now you've
Yes,
been
just 3 years.
making, yeah. Wow. This is
Yes.
so powerful. This is so powerful.
Just 3 years.
Yes, I know our viewers are seeing, they can hear what you are saying also, and they are picking one or two things from this. Just not to waste too much of your time, I will go to the next question. The next question is this: how is it feeling like when you compare your life now with what it used to be before you started your online business?
Oh my God. It's still like a dream. It's still like I am dreaming, you know,
Mm,
because I don't know how somebody's life will change under a space of 3 years. I don't know how that so many people have spent years in this part of the world. Some people have spent 23 years, 30 years, 35 years
mm,
working and working and working and working and stressing themselves and all of that. And
mm.
yet if there's nothing to even show for it, right? the
Yeah.
the money comes in and then bills takes up everything, and at the end of the day you're left with nothing. You don't even have savings.
Mm,
Emergency comes, you start running to your credit cards and all of that
yeah.
you know my brother,
I can
under
relate.
3 years, under 3 years, someone that is new in Canada, someone that came to Canada in 2016.
Wow.
I'm still a freshman here. I'm still fresh, but then I am living more than people that have been here many, many years before me. It's still
Wow.
like a joke. I'm asking God, how did you do this?
Mm, mm,
How
mm.
did you do this? So, I mean, being financially free is something huge for me. I mean, I'm so happy. I am so excited. I thank God every day for this opportunity. That is why we come out here calling on people, telling you guys it's not a joke. It is
Exactly.
not a joke. This is the real legitimate business. All right.
Mm,
It's a real
mm.
business. I'm telling you,
Wow.
as it has changed my life under 3 years, trust me
Wow.
that you can do that for you as well.
That's true.
So I'm
Very
so
true.
happy. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Wow. So I think this is also going to be a very big message to our Nigerians in the diaspora, because many of us came to the diaspora looking for greener pasture, and I can
Mhm.
relate that some got stuck even when I got get into, where they
Sorry about the lights. Yeah, we can
from the
continue.
yes. So
Please hold
some
on. Let
of
me
them get
just
stuck,
open.
and then they now start looking for money here and there, and they don't even know how to get out of it. And I'm
Yes.
also aware that a couple of people also are in a lot of debt, in the diaspora now, and they are
Yeah.
looking for businesses to help them get out of debt. So I think this is really a big message for them, that in a space of 3 years, everything turned around for you. You could impact more, on
Yeah.
people back home. You could support your husband, family, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, man. And then there was a quote that I usually post on my. Um, this is actually a quote from Coach Dave and Roxanne. They
All right.
usually say there are no accidents, only divine appointments. So for
Okay.
me, I feel that whoever is watching us today, it's
Mm.
not by accident, it's by
Oh,
divine appointment, and perhaps
exactly.
God want them to see and hear about this opportunity. Perhaps
Yeah.
it's going to be a liberation point for some of them.
Yes.
So, do you have some few words for those who are at home and who are, yearning for similar opportunities, or perhaps they are not? Some of them might be busy professionals. For example, I'm still working, but at the same time, I'm doing this business, and it's not affecting my work. So, I tell people it's not just about those who are not working. Some people want to stay at home and take care of the kids. Some are still working while they are doing the business. Eventually, most of us will become boss free
Yes.
because once you become financially free. Because I like the part where you talked about you don't need to take permission from anybody to go for vacation.
Mm.
Now I
Oh,
want to go for vacation, I have to apply for leave.
I know. I know. And it's just limited for that matter. Highest is 2 weeks. Yeah.
So, do you have some last words for people watching so that we can call it a day?
Yes, I will say to our viewers, nothing changes if nothing changes, okay?
Mm,
If you're tired of that situation where you are right now, nothing is holding you from taking a step or making a change for yourself. Nothing is holding you. You're the
mm,
one to make that decision for yourself, not me, not him. It's you that will make that decision for yourself, okay? And
mm,
if you don't take that decision right now, you're going to continue to be there and you just be running in circles, the same situation every day of your life. You keep complaining and complaining, but you have the power to actually make that change happen for you. All
mm,
right. So if you're tired of working and working and doing extra jobs and taking multiple shifts and hours, you're missing out on your family's milestone, your kids' milestone, you're missing out on family time, you don't even have time for yourself. Trust me, this is a golden opportunity that we have brought to you now. You have an opportunity right now sitting in front of you. It's up to you. All you need to do is just to go to the website that is in front of you and put in your name and your email. Watch the 90 minutes webinar that we both watched that changed our life.
yeah.
We saw, and we believed. We watched the webinar, and everything we watched, everything we saw, we knew right from day one that this was it. And we went for it. Nobody pushed us, we went for it because we knew what we wanted.
Mm,
Okay. So now I'm encouraging you guys to take that leap of faith as well. Click, watch the webinar. If it's for you, reach out to him and he will take you to the next step. If it's not for you, you walk away. The business is not for everybody.
sure.
Just like everybody is not meant to be a nurse, everybody is not meant to be a doctor, right?
Exactly.
If the business is not for you, you walk away.
Yeah.
But if you come in and see that you love what you saw, then we'll walk you to the next step on how to create financial freedom for you and your family,
Mm,
generational wealth. This is the legitimate business, okay? We pay our taxes in this business. They will be
yes.
sending your T4A or 1099 every year to file your taxes. So what
Wow.
we are doing is legit. If it's not
Yes.
legit, we're not going to be here live with you guys, coming out live with you guys to share our story and all of that. So we are real people, just real everyday people living our life and making income online.
Wow.
Okay. So that we can have time to do things that we love and all of that. Okay.
Mm,
So I'm encouraging you guys to please check it out. You're not going to regret this. Trust me. You will come
wow.
back and thank him later.
Wow. That was powerful. Thank you very much. And I appreciate
You're
the part,
welcome.
where you talked about nothing changes except you change it. So
Yes.
taking step, nothing will change.
Yes.
And there's this very favorite quote that is only a fool that does the same thing the same way and
Yes.
expect different results. So if you are
No.
willing to change your situation, you have to take the leap of faith. You have to take the step and
Yeah.
then you have to take action. Thank you so very much, Ma. I really appreciate
Welcome.
the opportunity. I do not take it for granted. Have a wonderful time. And
You
then to our
too.
viewers at home, take good care of yourselves and enjoy the
All
rest
right.
of your
Bye,
day.
guys.